My name is Steve Baldwin. I run a website called BrooklynParrots.com, and I've been studying these wild parrots for about 2.5 years. When I first heard they were living out in Brooklyn, I thought it was one of these urban legends where you have the alligators living in the sewers. But I came out here and I noticed that there are quite a few of them. They're doing quite well, and one of the places where they really have built a kind of a compound is at Greenwood Cemetery. So if you look up at the top spire and the two on the sides, you'll see that there are these enormous communal parrot nests. And each one of those portals, those holes that leads into the nests, leads into an actual kind of a multi-room dwelling. So these parrots are the only kinds of parrots among the roughly 350 different kinds of parrots that builds these big, elaborate stick nests. And for this reason, I like to call them the master architects of the bird world. And so we're here at, this is January. One wouldn't think that there would be a lot of parrot activity, but the parrots are active. They're actively rebuilding the nests. They're constantly renovating these things. So they're very interesting birds to watch because there's always something going on. One of the things that people ask me is, what do these parrots eat? And they love to eat the grass, but also in this cemetery, there's so many wonderful fruit trees. There's some pear trees over here, and there's a chestnut tree, and there are some cherry trees over this way. And the parrots will come down, and they will just eat those buds. And those buds are, of course, the fruit's not blossoming now, but the buds are delicious. So you'll often see them come down. They also eat pine needles, which I find kind of incredible that anyone would eat pine needles. But the parrots love to eat the pine needles, so you'll often see them down in the pine trees just nibbling on the trees. So this is really kind of a paradise for them. There's so much for them to eat. The one thing that they have a problem with is raptors, and there are quite a few raptors who live in the cemetery, big red-tailed hawks and some American kestrels. We've seen falcons here. And when those raptors show up, it's bedlam. The parrots will all take off. It's like an explosion of parrots from the nest. And they will flock defensively, and they'll warn each other. And so they're very, very vigilant creatures. There's always one or two birds who are just scanning the skies. So if you're looking to see raptors, this is a great place to see them. All you have to do to know where they are is to watch the parrots.